Hi everyone, welcome to my chemistry channel. Before going to the topic, please subscribe my channel and please press the bell icon for the more notifications. Okay, and in this video, we are going to discuss about the enzymes called oxidoreductase enzyme, that is xanthine oxidase, aldehyde oxidase, and aldehyde dehydrogenase. So these are all very important enzymes in biological systems. First, we will see one by one. Okay. First, we will take xanthine oxidase. And this xanthine oxidase is otherwise known as xanthine oxidoreductase. Xanthine oxidoreductase. So this present in humans. Okay. In the structure of xanthine oxidase, if you see the structure, it contains the two subunits of Fe2S2 and the active site molybdenum and one FAD unit. So in a structure of xanthine oxidase, it has two subunits of Fe2S2 and one molybdenum atom, which is in the active site of this enzyme, and one FAD, flavin adenosine dinucleotide. So the each subunit Fe2S2 in it has one molybdenum atom. So both are connected by the molybdenum atom. And if you see the molar mass of this xanthine oxidase, it's nearly around 2,75,000. 2,75,000. Okay. And the role of the xanthine oxidase is, if you see the role, it catalyzes the oxidation of xanthine to uric acid. Xanthine to uric acid, and it involves in the purine metabolism. So it have a major importance in the role of, it involves in the purine metabolism. So this is the prime role of xanthine oxidase. So first see the reaction. So first xanthine. Xanthine is from hypoxanthine. The hypoxanthine structure. This is the hypoxanthine. First, the hypoxanthine gets oxidized with the help of xanthine oxidase, which is converted into xanthine. And this is the xanthine. And further oxidation by xanthine oxidase enzyme it converts xanthine to uric acid. So this is the conversion of xanthine to uric acid with the help of xanthine oxidase. So this xanthine oxidase is a molybdenum containing enzyme. So the metal ion is a molybdenum, which is the active site of this xanthine oxidase. And if you see the reaction sequence, so this is the first, the xanthine is generated from the hypoxanthine. So hypoxanthine is oxidized with the help of xanthine oxidase, and further oxidation of this xanthine leads to uric acid. So if you see the mechanism of this reaction, so the active site of this enzyme is molybdenum, which is in the +4 oxidation state. So from xanthine, so electrons are moving from here. So the molybdenum takes the electron, and this is the active site, which leads to the electron flow, electron transfer reaction to, it transfers the electrons to Fe2S2 subunit. As like the electron transfer in photosynthesis with the help of ferredoxin. So ferredoxin is a well-known electron transfer agent. Like that, the electron transfer is facilitated by the Fe2S2 subunit. So then it transfers the electrons to FAD and generates the oxygen. So this is the type of electron transfer reaction. Okay. And if you see the role of this xanthine oxidase, it mainly involved in the purine metabolism reaction. Okay. And if you see in the reaction, the xanthine is converted into uric acid with help of xanthine oxidase. Okay. And if the uric acid, the production uric acid is secreted excess amount, which leads to the gout, which leads to the excess secretion of production of uric acid leads to gout. So gout is a thing, but it's an inflammation of joints, red, and makes heat around the joints. Okay. So this gout disease, which is treated by the secretion of uric acid, is inhibited by using the drug called, so the inhibitor of xanthine oxidase is the drug called allopurinol. So this is the drug which is used to inhibit the xanthine oxidase, which is producing the more amount of uric acid. Okay. So the secretion of uric acid gets diminished by this allopurinol when we use it along with this. Okay. So this is the inhibitor of xanthine oxidase when excess of uric acid is produced. Okay. And this allopurinol is used in the 4 forms. It is used in the 4 forms. First for primary gout, and second for primary gout, secondary gout, and in the acts like a adjuvant, and the 4th one is calcium oxalate calculi. Okay. So this allopurinol drug, which is used in the four ways. The first, the primary gout is nothing but it is describes the inflammation of joints. Okay, and this was cured by using the allopurinol. Okay, and the secondary gout is describes that the generation of disease like diabetes, which leads to the excessive disorder called diabetes. So that in order to avoid this, the allopurinol drug is used. So adjuvant means used in chemotherapy. So during the intaking of anti-cancer drugs, which leads to the skin inflammation, skin rashes, so it can be avoided by using this allopurinol drug. So this allopurinol drug is used along with the anti-cancer agents. Used along with the anti-cancer agents. And this calcium oxalate calculi in fourth form, and during the excess secretion of uric acid, it will be deposited as calcium oxalate in the kidney. So it can be excreted by using this allopurinol drug. So in four forms it is used, and for the primary gout, secondary gout, and act as an adjuvant in chemotherapy, that is used along with anti-cancer agents, and fourth, it is used in the calcium oxalate calculi. So during this production of uric acid, the xanthine oxidase is inhibited because of the excess secretion of uric acid is not happened, and due to this, to avoid this reaction, so the allopurinol drug is used along with this. Okay. So this is about xanthine oxidase. So if you see the structure of xanthine oxidase, I forgot to tell. And this xanthine oxidase having the structure, allopurinol drug. So pyrimidine and purine bases or pyrazole bases are fused together and form this allopurinol drug. So it's simply called pyrazole pyrimidine drug. Pyrazole pyrimidine drug. So chemically it is called pyrazole pyrimidine drug. Okay. And next we will see aldehyde oxidase. So this aldehyde oxidase enzyme, which is used to convert the aldehyde to acid, which is harmless acid, acetic acid. It is harmless. So aldehydes get converted into acid with the help of aldehyde oxidase enzyme. And if you see the structure of this aldehyde oxidase, which is similar to the structure of aldehyde oxidase similar to xanthine oxidase. And which is closely related to xanthine oxidase. And similar to xanthine oxidase, it has one molybdenum unit and two Fe2S2 subunits and connected with flavin adenosine dinucleoside. Okay. So this are all present in the aldehyde oxidase enzyme. The molecular mass of aldehyde enzyme is around 3 lakhs. Okay. So the electron flow will be like this. In similar to xanthine oxidase, the acetaldehyde There are electron transfer agents. So the electron transfer agents facilitate this reaction. So the electrons from this aldehyde oxidase transfers to the active site, that is molybdenum, and this is the active site of this enzyme. So which is in the +4 oxidation state, which transfers the electron to subunits Fe2S2, and it transfers electrons to flavin adenosine dinucleoside, then generates the molecular. Insert the oxygen in the acetaldehyde unit. Okay, and this is the flow of electrons which is facilitated by the electron transfer reagents. Okay, so this is about aldehyde oxidase. Next, third one, aldehyde dehydrogenase. Before going to this aldehyde dehydrogenase, and if you see the xanthine oxidase and aldehyde oxidase, both are having the active species of molybdenum 4. But in case of aldehyde dehydrogenase, so this is a NAD plus dependent enzyme. NAD plus dependent enzyme. So it also similar to aldehyde oxidase, which converts the aldehyde to acid with the help of NAD plus. Okay, converts this aldehyde to acid and generates NADH plus H plus. So this enzyme, particularly this aldehyde dehydrogenase enzyme, is a dependent reaction. That is a NAD plus dependent enzyme. So the oxygen of this acid, which comes from this water molecule. So this water molecule gives its oxygen to this aldehyde and gives the acetic acid, which is harmless. And if you see the mechanism, so this reaction always happen in the liver. Okay. The first, aldehyde dehydrogenase, which having the dehydrogenase enzyme, the cysteine groups, the sulfur from the cysteine group with NAD plus acts as a catalyst, which facilitates the reaction. After NAD plus, taking this hydrogen and goes as a NADH. And after this, the addition of water molecule from glutamine unit which makes a nucleophilic addition of this carbon. So after this, the removal of the enzyme, regeneration of enzyme takes place by giving out acid plus alcohol dehydrogenase enzyme gluten. Okay, and this is the mechanism about aldehyde dehydrogenase. So this aldehyde dehydrogenase is a reaction which is dependent on NAD plus. So the energy of this reaction is driven by this NAD plus. So the NAD plus is converted into NADH. So the oxygen is mainly comes from the water molecule, not from this other. Okay, and if you see, you will get aware about this mechanism after seeing this. Okay, and thanks for watching. If you need